Everybody has got to have a why. And it's going to be different from person to person. Now, I don't know what your particular why might be. For some of you already, that society is saying to you, hey, you're doing good. Don't believe them. If your family's saying, hey, you're doing good, don't believe them. If your friends are saying, hey, you're doing good, don't believe them unless all of those people are doing good too. Because it's all in relation to what? Now, my why's changed, but let me tell you how they changed. Who in the world would get up at the crack of noon? Would I like to do that? I remember I'd lay in the bed in the morning after I heard that idea, and the alarm clock would ring at 7:30 in the morning, and I knew who wanted to get up at the crack of noon. Me. So that became one of my whys. Not that I wanted to be lazy, I wanted to be creative and productive, but I wanted to control my life. So one of my whys soon developed into the fact that I wanted to control the circumstances of my life and not let other people control my time and me. You see, because all of us are in the selling business. You have to sell to eat, don't you? Most people go up and say, hey, here I am, 5'9", 210 pounds. I'm yours for X number of dollars a week. Everything I am, you buy me. That's when you have a job. Well, it wasn't long before I knew that one of my whys was that I would never, ever again have a boss. One of my whys was because I wanted to look in a mirror and see the boss. I wanted my wife that believed in me to be married to a successful man, and only I could do something about it. I like to control the circumstances rather than have the circumstances control me. And I saw other people that have done that and had done that in this business. And I started looking at them, and I looked in the mirror and looked at myself, and I said, hey, Bill, if they can do it, buddy, you can do it. And so I got a why. And one of my whys was I wanted individual personal freedom. Now, successful people do silly things because their why is strong enough. It's a reward situation. It's a work reward situation. My why was strong enough that I would do the work so I could experience the reward. I wanted to be free. You got a big dream. The dream gives you your why. How big is your dream? The bigger your dream, the bigger your why. Some of you single people in here, one of your whys should be to show them that sure you can be in business for yourself as long as you got a body temperature of 98.6 and you got some guts and your dream is big enough. Maybe some of you want to one day write your boss a letter. That's one of your whys, where you say, dear boss, I love you and I enjoyed having the job these so many years. However, I am happy to inform you now that I cannot afford to work for you anymore, and I tender my resignation because I'm going to be free. That's one of my whys. Maybe some of you would say, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. That's my why. Maybe some of you are going to say, my wife and my kids deserve a beautiful home. They deserve to go traveling across the world with some of their friends, to Paris, to Rome, to Rio de Janeiro, wherever we want to go, because we're not going to be limited by the lack of money, because all money does is restrict us, and we're going to remove the restriction by having enough of the money so we can do what we want to do. That's one of the whys. One of your whys may be that you want to be respected by a lot of people, and you see you can't be respected until you respect those first. You have to give it in order to receive it. Maybe some of you want to be admired. Maybe some of you want to be loved, but you can't have those things unless you first give them. And maybe one of the whys is you want to be important. You want to be respected. You want to be needed. You want to be a productive, creative human being. You want to make your mark in life. That may be one of your whys. And you find out that after they teach you what to do at college and you start doing it, all you do is turn around and say, is this it? Is this what I've got to do for the rest of my life? And you find out you're from nowhere. You see, success is not a destination, it's a journey. And maybe you want to have the journey just to see where it's going to take you. Because you see, all we're all really after is happiness, not making money. We're just after happiness. And we find out that a human being can't be happy unless they're in the process of true personal accomplishment. And nobody else can do that for you, just like nobody can go to the bathroom for you. You have to make your decision about success, and that's only because your dream is big enough, because your why is big enough, and then you'll take the time to learn and apply the how. Got a why big enough. So, you know, the why is an individual thing. Just like success is a personal choice, the why is a personal choice. Do you know why you're here today? Without a doubt. Did somebody drag you here today? If they did, you're broke. And I think one of the biggest whys is to find out who you really are. Why? Such a simple word, isn't it? I'll tell you one of the little secrets of the business. When you know why, you'll figure out how. The information's there. You'll figure out how to use the information that's there. If some of you have been in the business for a while and it just isn't working for you, it's not because you don't know how, it's because you don't know why. When the why is strong enough, you can overcome the self-image problems. You'll overcome everything. How do I know that? Because I watch people that get folks growing bigger than they are in depth, and their why gets strong real fast, and they figure out how. There's no shortage of how. It's just when your why is strong enough, you'll find the time to use the knowledge and information that's out there. When you have a gut feeling, when deep down inside of you. Now, most of you in here would like to have a nicer home, wouldn't you? How about a few cars? How about a few vacations, trips? How about some new clothes, nice wardrobe? A lot of nice things like that, right? Well, see, all those things can be tied up into one word, and the word is diamond. So your why should be, in my opinion right now, that I'm going diamond. Someone says, why? You say, because I want to be me. I want to be me. I just want to be myself. And I can't be myself when somebody's controlling me every day because they got the money and I don't, and I got to go do what they want me to do, not what I want to do. How many people do you know that get up every day when they don't want to get up, go someplace they don't want to go, do something they don't want to do for somebody they don't want to do it for, at a place they don't want to do it at, and say they're happy? Why? When the why is strong enough, you'll work your business 5 and 6 nights a week on faith. Because if these folks can do it, you can do it. Really, that's the message this whole weekend. If I can do it, you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it. If your why is strong enough. If your why is strong enough, you'll get yourself looking neat. You cut the hair. You trim the face or whatever. You get your teeth fixed. Or if you're a high-paid, quote-unquote, professional, you get off your high horse and get rid of that stupid status. All status is something for poor people to have. Try to act like there's something they're not. All status is camouflage for low self-image. I don't have any status. I got money. You know, it really gets me when somebody says, "Oh, I think I'm too good for that business." There's plenty of stupidity around, I'll tell you that. How many people do you know that make judgments and decisions without any information? The business just happens to be something special. What it is very simply the best business opportunity in the history of the known world for the masses of the people. You know how we know it's good? Because it's good for any human being. Black, white, yellow, red, or any color there between. It's good for any religion. We're in the business of observing the rights of each other, not taking each other's right away. And so you got a right to be what you are, and I got a right to be what I am. I'm a Christian, but that doesn't mean that you can't, if you're something else, be in this business and be what you want to be, because I don't have the right to take away what you are anymore, and you've got the right to take away what I am. Ain't it great? We just respect each other because we're winners. You see, I understand. You see, if that weren't true, my why to build this business could not be as big. But this business is all-encompassing because it can include any honest why. It can include any honest person. If I make more money than a week or two than some professional people, I'm not that much smarter than they are. I just know something they don't know. And my why is big. Because my why includes freedom for the whole world. And I believe I'm a part of it. And if I don't do my part, I haven't got any right to gripe and bellyache about what happens. Because all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Maybe you're a man and you need a why. Maybe your why should be you ought to have something to stand for. You can say, I've never had anything to stand for. I never stood for anything. I didn't know where I stood. And when you don't know what you stand for, that means you stand for nothing. And it's about time people in this country stood for something and they could identify it, and maybe that's your why. Maybe as a man, you want to be the hero of your own children, but you understand something. Something's wrong. And that's part of my why, to right the wrong.